Hello, Cleveland, and everyone from everywhere else. Welcome to your 10-minute TA for the day. Let's dive right into it. So, from yesterday when we made the video, we were talking about possibly a dump or a dip down to that 786 level. Now, if that dip had happened and it did stop at that 786 level, we would have said that this bull flag was still in play. However, it went lower than that, so invalidating of the bull flag. That invalidates our little bull flag there. And, excuse me. Now what we're looking at, it actually got under that 1025 level as well. It does, that 1025 level doesn't seem like it's acting as any kind of support or resistance anymore. So we're just gonna delete it. We're getting rid of it. Bye. So what are we seeing now? Let's look at the 90-minute charts, get a grip of what's happening today. But we are seeing the stochastics pointing upwards and the RSI pointing upwards. However, they are remaining in bearish territory here under the 50, and with the stochastics coming up super fast and price action and RSI not matching that movement, I'm going to go ahead and say that we're going to see a little bit of further downside, more likely than any kind of recovery. However, if we do see the price action or the RSI catch get up over 50 before the stochastics can come up into overbought territory and find their top and curl, restarting their oscillation to the downside, well, if that can happen, yeah, maybe we could see an upside, some upside back up, a reverse Bart Simpson, inverted Bart Simpson. We saw the Bart Simpson here, came up, Bart Simpson's hair, and then it came down. So here it'd be like a reverse Bart Simpson if that happened. It'd come down, Bart Simpson's hair, and then it would come back up. But more likely what we're looking at is a head and shoulders pattern. Here is the one shoulder, here is the head, and here is the other shoulder developing. Now, where would that play out to? Well, the measured move of a head and shoulders, you take it by going from the head to the shoulder, tip of the head to the shoulder, and then you move that to the shoulder, and that gives you a measured move of about 96.9, 97K. So yeah, watch out for that dip down under 99.6. Now, if we do see a 97K dip, well, hey, that would still that would bring us down here on the 6-hour chart. That would bring us down to another lower low, which would kind of be not an issue, but an indication that, you know, the trend is going down, that we're going to see more downside and the trend is to the downside. However, it does keep price within this bull flag on the 6-hour chart, and it keeps it right here at the 618, just below the 618. It dips it down into the golden pocket, which would be, you know, the golden pocket retracement level, which is like a common place where price dips to and then reverses. So if we did see that happen, we're still looking at a play up on the 6-hour chart of about 114,000 for the next run up. Now, yeah, I mean, that would be over the next like couple of days, maybe the next week or so. This movement down would be probably over the rest of today, into maybe tonight maybe. But yeah, so watch for that dip down to 97 tonight or tomorrow, and then hopefully a bounce from there to put in a higher high, because as you can see, we're also putting in lower highs, so our trend is to the downside right now. So we're watching for that. We'll watch for that 786 here to get broken. If that gets broken, we're going to count that as an invalidation of this bull flag. Came back under this, so we'll get rid of that as well. So yeah, invalidation of the bull flag if it can get under that 786 level, but more specifically under that 94K level. And if it can get under there, well, then that would bring price action out of this bull flag that we currently see on the daily chart, and we would see price action, you know, possibly continue downwards as far down as the 786 retracement here on the daily, which would be closer to 76,000. Not to scare you, there's no real, like, the chances of that happening are low, but they're there. It can happen. I mean, let's look at the stochastics are pointing to the downside here. Same thing here on the RSI, pointing to the downside. Though it could find some support here at the 50 and remain in bullish territory. We would love to see that happen. What would make that happen? Well, it would be if the bulls can find a reversal here, not dip down. If they dip down, the bears win and bring price action down. If this head and shoulders plays out and 99.6 doesn't hold, well, then 97's coming. If 97 comes here, well, then the stochastics are going to get stuck here in overbought territory, oversold territory, as the stochastics here on the 90-minute chart curl and come down. That would also bring RSI down. Now, at that point, we would be watching for RSI to stay above this previous low. If it could put in a higher low here while price action does come down to that golden pocket retracement, well, that would be okay with me. That would be a pretty big divergence, bullish divergence on the 6-hour chart, and that would show me that the next big move is probably on its way. But if the RSI dips under that low there and puts in a lower low along with price action, well, then we're seeing confluence, bearish confluence, and we're going to have to look out for those bearish targets that we were just going over. Now, if these do get stuck down here, the stochastics do get stuck down there in oversold territory, well, then the daily is going to dump down to oversold as well, and the RSI here on the daily is going to also come down into bearish territory, whereas 97 here on the daily would be right around there at that 236 retracement on the daily, Fibonacci that's drawn on the daily chart there. So yeah, hopefully we'll see that bounce from there. If not, hopefully we'll see the bounce from 94, and if not, then we got to start talking about further downsides. Take profits. Keep taking profits on a schedule. That's what I'm doing. I mean, not financial advice. Do what you will with your own investments, but that's what I'm doing. Oh, one more thing. That level there, it also correlates to our old local support here that we have touched as support there, as support there, support there, resistance there, support there, support there. Anyway, yeah, we've been seeing this support and resistance being pretty strong since the end of December. So yeah, we'll just oops, wrong direction. So we'll just say maybe that's where it'll stop and it'll bounce there again. Hey, if that happens, we'd be looking at a double bottom pattern. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad, especially if the RSI can stay up here while this double bottoms, then that would be a great divergence. So bullish divergence here on the 90-minute as well. So let's watch for that dump today. That's what I think is happening. Hopefully not. Hopefully the bulls can bring it back up, but it's likely it's going to dump from what I'm seeing. Although volatility is rather low, so it could just continue going sideways for a minute, for a grip, as the oscillator kind of moves up and down and the Bollinger Bands squeeze in. However, if you do see that BBWP indicator that tells us the volatility, well, if you do see it start going up, especially getting up over 40, well, then volatility is going to increase, and then we're going to watch out for a bigger move in either direction. It doesn't tell us which direction, but it tells us, that a move is coming if the volatility gets higher. So it could come up, but likely with this head and shoulders pattern showing here, it's going down. As far down as 97, and you know what the rest that means for the rest of the charts. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Music courteously provided by Veloa, Luminist, and Sax Squatch. You guys have been great. Give us a like, a follow, a subscribe. The Royal S. Much love. See you later.